Okay guys, I'm back. I've had a little tinker around with this thing and realised it's a lot more bare bones than what I thought. It's literally, there's nothing on it apart from the Windows operating system. So you get no browser, there's no notepad, paintbrush or the calculator, any daft little widgets like that. Also, I've noticed there's no Copilot and there's no BitLocker, and some of the daft things people are not wanting on Windows at the moment. So it's just basically a fresh start, and you can just add what you want when you want. So, say if you want OBS, you can put that on, but there's no extras on that you don't need. I have a feeling if you start adding hardware, you will have to download or well, we'll go via updates on Windows these days for drivers on new hardware, because they aren't there. All the extra drivers have been taken off and everything like that. Now I'm going to be checking today as well on top what I better turn the internet on. What type of updates we can get hold of. So this will be a bit of a jumping show each time, but let's see what's on. Let's check in for updates now. I know it does kick in with some updates. I'm just wanting to know how far the updates will go, if it goes up to the latest updates, especially with the security fixes and Windows Defender and stuff like that. It seems to be a little slow today. Well, it is. The kids are back home from school, so I think they're taking the internet bandwidth up. Well, I'll pause it for now and pop in when we start getting some. Oh, there we go. Sorry, we've got a couple of Microsoft Defender and the anti-malware programs are now downloading and installing. So I don't know with all this KB numbers when they actually have been issued, but once we get to the end of this, I will literally find out when the latest one, when these were actually issued, and the last one to tell you when it's updated till. Now, it didn't come up with any more updates, which it normally comes up with hundreds, but I've got a sneaky suspicion of why that is. It's because certain components aren't installed. It's just basically just giving you security patches. Now I was looking at one of the updates that have just been upgraded, or updated should I say, and I hit the wrong thing. I'm going to update history and the definition updates, and this one, the KB2267602, is basically from June 15th, so this year. No, it's not saying that at all. I've done that wrong. Hang on, let's learn some more about it instead. I'm just going what Google says, and never trust Google because it always says something completely wrong. But I think it's oh no, apparently it was released today. So yeah, 15th. So it's back. It's yeah. I thought it was the 14th for some reason. That's why I got confused. So basically, it's updated today. Released at 1:30 for me, and it's now 4:30. So yes, it's updating the security straight away up to current at this moment in time. It's going to be one I'm going to have to stay on for a little while, see if there's any other things coming in, cause so it's gone past Patch Tuesday, but the updates are limited. But that's because, what I think is because there's literally nothing on it. Let's have a quick check on something else. Like, I want to see what the task manager's saying, and see how many resources are being used at the moment. So I mean, it's not compared to a standard. Why is this mouse not working? Is it running out of power? Anyway, yeah, I have a feeling my mouse is dying. But from what I can actually see, it is nowhere near as many resources as a standard Windows 11 install. I mean, it normally takes 2 or 3 minutes of scrolling to get to the bottom, and I can do it in about 10 seconds. So yeah, it's definitely less hot. It's just what I can see: network hosting, Bluetooth support and stuff like that. So it keeps all that, all your connectivity stuff. So yeah, which I'm quite actually impressed with. If it is just so, anyway, I'll go on to a bit of an explanation video here. Sorry for me waffling. I haven't been up long. I'll get back to you and try and explain a couple of things that I think's happening here. So I was going through this. I thought I'd try and get a webcam up and running on it. There was one already attached to this machine. It's a cheapy little cheap and nasty Temu special or Amazon special. I didn't pay much for it at all. And to see any sort of usage of this camera, I had to actually download a camera app, which I forgot to video, but got it off of the Microsoft Store. And if I literally just double click on this, it shows the camera. Pretty poor camera, hence why I don't use it. Right, okay. Gone through some Reddit posts. These guys know a little bit more about me about it. It's apparently well over a year old, is this thing. So I'm a bit late to the bandwagon. And any sort of extra components that you're going to be plugging in, although it will find the component, there'll be no program to actually use it. So I did that on the camera. I'll probably put a bit of footage up on that at some point, or not, depend, because I don't think it actually came out particularly well. But yeah, you've got, it's like I have another webcam which is already connected to that machine, so I tried to see if it was working, but there was no camera app to check it working. So I basically had to go into Microsoft Store, like with a browser. You don't get browsers and stuff like that. It's the same sort of thing. And apparently some printers are a nightmare to get working on this tiny Windows 11. So the only way I can really best describe it, being on Linux for so long, is that it's like it's creating a Arch Linux setup where you add every single component on the install or after the install. So that means what you can think of what you're going to need, you've got to kind of install it first on Arch. And then I know you can add extra, but this Tiny 11 takes it to even further extremes, where it just basically gives you basic drivers, basic security, basic networking and stuff like that. And anytime you connect something up, you have to have the driver to literally install it, and then just to actually access stuff like that. Now this could possibly get a little harder for some obscure equipment, so I think on the next video I'm going to install a full version of Windows 11. When I look at Windows debloating again, and then cut it down. There's so many things I've found here, and viewers also sent me an email saying they want to look at I should look at a certain program as well that can debloat Windows, so I'll probably do that next time. But for older machinery, this Windows 11 I think will be brilliant, especially if you're just going to be doing stuff like browsing and basic office stuff. I don't know how Zoom would work or OBS or anything like that. I might even install that. That might be a good idea. Let's see what we can get running on OBS. I don't have a second microphone at the moment, so I'll just do that via. Just see if I can get the camera up and running. So let us sort this out. Let me change the keyboards over. Hey up. Just go through an OBS install. There we go. Come straight up. I get the right mouse. I need to sort out this desk. No, I don't. Where is OBS? Am I missing something here? Here? Am I missing something here? I'm not seeing OBS at all. Ooh. So I think I'm going to have to download it from the website. See, you can tell I'm so used to having Linux, because the first place I go to is the Microsoft Store. I'm sure OBS comes straight up though on the standard Windows 11 install. I couldn't even think what I was saying then. So hang on, I'm going to stop it here, grab the installer off the internet, and then I'll come back. Now I'm just trying to download OBS, even on the website. It keeps coming up with CapCut. Is that the new OBS? I'm not sure. I'm just going to install this and see what it's going to say, because it looks like it's an OBS system, but I don't know. I should have just basically plugged in my hard drive, because that's got an OBS installer. But if this doesn't work, I will do that. So I'll get back to you once it's decided to work out what this one is. Seems a bit of an exploratory video, this one. I don't know. Anyway. No, CapCut is a video editor like KDN Live. I think my Linux brain is popping in too much. I'm still having problems getting OBS up and running at the moment, so I'll come back to you when I've found it and got it in. If not, I'll chuck my external hard drive in and see how that goes. Okay, I don't know what was going on there earlier, but I think I've found it now. Famous last words. Yeah, okay. Finally found it and we're downloading. Don't know what the hell was going on with any of that, but CapCut could be a good tool for you as well after you've started recording stuff. So I don't know if KDEN Live is available on Windows as of yet. So I may have found my next video editor for when I do change over to Windows on my streaming machine. Okay, here I am in OBS, and I'm just gonna start adding stuff. Video capture device. Oh god, it's such a terrible camera as this one, but it up and works. This is why I don't really use this camera. But yeah, there we go. can see my ugly mug from a different angle. But yeah, so although cameras and stuff will work, you need to install the actual programs to actually access them. The camera popped straight up previously anyway, so I knew the camera was working as soon as I installed the camera app previously, so I knew I'd be able to get it working straight in OBS. I haven't got a second microphone. I'm not digging around the back of this machine to put in the other one, so I don't know if you can get an input source, but it sounds like it is because the microphone input is bouncing about. Oh, I think I've got an input on the actual webcam itself. I need to check that. Oh, that would make life a little bit easier if it is. But yeah, the camera, it's popping up. It's not as good as this microphone, but yeah, I've got sound as well. Okay, so it actually detects the microphone automatically. I think it's because it works like any other normal thing. As soon as the drivers are installed for something, technically they should work. But okay, I'm going to finish this video before I get completely lost in what I'm doing. What I'm finding with Tiny 11 is that yes, it's good for older machines, but no, it's not so good when you start wanting to use it for something other than basic browsing, basic Word documentation. Like OBS worked, but when I tried to hit the record button to show that I was getting microphone through the volume through the microphone on the webcam, it wouldn't start because it was saying the drivers aren't updated, even though I updated the drivers. Well, updated the drivers on the Intel side, but there's a second, but it's got a dedicated graphics card, so maybe I need to update that graphics card driver. But I don't want it to be going too much downloading stuff, getting everything really working too well, because this is just a test machine. I think I'll be doing a couple of Windows emulators over on Linux because I still endorse Linux. It's still a good thing, but it's just not quite there yet for certain uses where I think this is exactly the same thing. It's good for for the older people, or for people that just literally want to watch YouTube or want to surf the internet, or even maybe do a couple of their own little documentation, like signing PDFs or even creating their own Word format or documents, stuff like that. But when you start going technical on it, it's no good. What I've heard, it's no good for gamers either, because some of the processes that have been debloated on this are required for some games, especially when it comes to, again, the anti-cheat parts. If they're not activated, the games won't run. So it's Linux without it being Linux sort of thing, which is another alternative for people with older hardware, which is what I'm trying to get at. So thank you guys.